Hello, and welcome to another exciting edition of Hidden in the Universal Vault. I'm Ryan, your host, and before I start with tonight's review, you're probably noticing something different. That I'm actually recording this on Saturdays, and I'm uploading it on Sundays. I'll tell you that story right now. I have a vacation right now. So I am off work this whole week. So I thought as a reward to you guys, you're going to see 7 movies, 7 reviews on the channel from Sunday up to Sunday up to next Saturday, or Saturday, whatever Saturday it is. So I thought you're going to get 7 reviews, I believe. Let me check. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, 7 reviews, and then next week we'll go back to the standard 2 reviews. So I thought, sure, let's go ahead and do that. So now I'm going to welcome you to my review of Dinner for Schmucks. Yes, we're taking a look at another DreamWorks title, and I figured this way. This is one of the movies I got at Taylor's Discount. You probably seen my haul video. You probably seen my haul video that I picked up this title. So, Dinner for Schmucks. This movie has a pretty stacked cast. It has Steve Carell, Paul Rudd, Jamie Clement, Jeff Dunn and Bruce Greenwood, Ron Levinson. I'll name you some other ones. Octavia Spencer and Zach Galifianakis, among others that I do know in this movie. So what did I think of Dinner for Schmucks? Well, I would like to tell this movie as disappointment for schmucks, because this movie is a big disappointment. So, yeah, let's talk about Dinner for Schmucks. I'm going to read you the plot to this. There's only one thing keeping aspiring executive Tim from corporate success. He must find the perfect guest to bring to his boss's monthly dinner party, where the winner of the evening is one who arrives with the biggest buffoon. Luckily, Tim meets Barry, a guy who recreates famous works of art with stuffed mice. When the duo shows up to dine, luxury kicks into high gear. It's a hilarious feast about 2 unlikely friends and one outrageous dinner. Yeah, there's a lot of problems with it. So, when I mentioned about the plot, that's really what it's about. The biggest problem, right off the bat, at the beginning of the film, we see him create these mice. So now, right at the beginning, Tim discovers that a guy is leaving. So, basically, Tim is engaged to another woman. And Tim's engaged to a woman. Kirsten Shaw also appears. I forgot who was in this as Tim's co-worker. And it's just, I totally blanked out this movie. It's horrible. It's obnoxious. It's annoying. I don't think it works. And Steve Carell and Paul Rudd did work with each other in a movie called 4-Year-Old Virgin, which they are both good in this. Unfortunately, the chemistry is gone in this movie. So, yeah, it's bizarre. So James Clement, I think it is? I think it's Clement. He's the guy from Flight of the Conchords, an old HBO show, which also, I believe, had Kirsten Shaw as well. But he plays this sort of art guy that he meets, and he's okay in this. It's just, when it comes down to this, supposedly this is inspired or based off of a French film from 1998 called The Dinner Party. And I don't know. I didn't find this movie funny at all. And this is a stacked cast, folks. The problem, again, is the jokes. The problem is, why do we care about a guy who's fascinated with stuffed mice? Carell should be funny. He can be funny. Although there's a wink and nod joke in this that Barry says, oh, he hung out with Morgan Freeman. That's kind of neat because Carell worked with Morgan Freeman on Evan Almighty, so that's kind of funny, but it's more cringe than funny. All the jokes in this movie are just super cringe. Nothing in this is even remotely funny. You got Octavia Spencer, who briefly appeared in Being John Malkovich, which I did review on the channel. She also would go on to appear in another DreamWorks movie, The Help, which would also come out, I believe, that same year. She plays a woman who, like, can understand birds, so she does this weird mating call. She'll do these weird mating calls, and it's more obnoxious than funny. You got Jeff Dunham, who plays Louis the Ventriloquist, who is married to a dummy named Diane. And half the time, Rudd looks down and is like, hey, are you looking down? Is that even supposed to be funny? I don't know what happened. What happened when they made this movie? I'm trying to think of anything I did like. He also cheats with another woman, I forget her name. He comes out and wants to explain. Then the other woman comes out and just destroys his car. Is that supposed to be funny? This is supposed to be a comedy about knuckleheads. But what I get is a couple of lame dead idiots that don't know a single thing about. Is it really supposed to be funny? Chris O'Dowd, who's in this, plays a blind man. Is that even supposed to be funny? He all of a sudden knows these like sword tricks while he's blind. Then he apparently knows for some reason he's not blind, but he knows where everything's at. So what's the joke? Where's the joke? The whole thing is just, I don't know what happened. Ron Livingston also plays the guy who works with Rudd, and he works with Rudd at the company, and he's not funny. He was funny in Office Space. I did like him as Peter. He was more likable. But here he's just, I'm going to say this right now, these characters are just unlikable. Why? With a comedy like that, I'm trying to think of anything else. Is there anything to notice? Oh yeah, this movie was produced by Sacha Baron Cohen. I do believe, yeah. This movie was also released by Paramount as well with DreamWorks. So, I've never watched a bad Steve Carell movie, but now I did find this is not only Steve Carell's worst movie, it's also his worst performance. He's just obnoxious. They do this like invisible air fight with him and Zach Galifianakis, who works at the company, and they're doing these ping, 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 these like ping, 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 these weird sound effects, and it's like, at the time Carell does this, is that even supposed to be funny? Again, as I said, folks, there's also a scene where there's a bird in this that grabs the guy's finger and just like, no, the blind guy cuts the guy's finger with a sword, and the bird grabs the finger. Also, there's a cat who gets the mouse from Carell, and I don't know. I'm trying to think of anything else. The prologue, there's a prologue which talks about what happened to them. I'm not going to tell you that. It's just, and there's another prologue in the credits. Although the Beatles song The Fool on the Hill is great. But we all know Beatles music we all know the discography and songs by the Beatles are great. So, I'm not going to stay too long on this. I don't have anything else. Be honest, I don't have any positives. And at the end of the day, this is just another terrible comedy. These two should be funny. But only I just found more of just not laughing at all. I've had this movie before. I only know the intro, but never sat down and watched this movie. until full for the series. Ever since I had DreamWorks, I've been wanting to cover as much of the DreamWorks filmography. And at the end of the day, guys, it's just a bad comedy. It is. I'm going to tell you right now, I did cover Bigger, Fatter, Liar on the channel. That was awful. Though not Bigger, Fatter, Liar bad, this movie is just, it's awful. I'm going to tell you right now, Bigger, Fatter, Liar is just ungodly unwatchable. This is just an awful comedy from a man who made some phenomenal comedies. In fact, he made a movie called Trombone, which I cover on the channel. Incredible movie. I wanted to cover J. Rouch comedy on the channel, but I love the Austin Powers movies. I know J. Rouch can direct. I love the Austin Powers trilogy. I love the Meet the Parents movies. I think he knows how to do comedy. He would go and direct Zach Galifianakis again in The Campaign, which he was good in that. But here, he's just so unlikable. None of the characters are even likable. Steve Carell, who his characters does the stuff nice, you think that would be funny, but in the end it just comes out as very uncomfortable. Most of the time, just the jokes are cringe, the characters are just unlikable, a plot that we don't even care about. Like, they do these invisible fights at the end of the film, and it's just not a funny movie. And it comes down to being one of the worst movies I ever watched this year. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to spoil right now, this is going on the worst list at the end of the year. What happened when they made this movie? This is just another example of a cautionary tale on how not to do comedy. I've now found the worst DreamWorks movie. I've never had a DreamWorks movie made on my worst list. Well, wait, scratch that. Rudy Gilmore Teenage Kraken was in the worst list for DreamWorks. I may have had a few, but I've never had this type of comedy get landed on that list. So, yes, I say I can't recommend this. Do not even watch this movie, guys. It is awful. So I'm going to leave it at that. So let's go ahead and rate this movie. I'm going to rate Dinner for Schmucks. You obviously already know this, guys. Automatic 2 out of 5. It is really, really bad. And the only reason I gave it a 2 out of 5 because at least I was watching it. I'm going to tell you right now, guys, it's really hard for me to give a movie a 1 out of 5. Most movies will be 2 out of 5s, and this one is one of them. So, yeah, I'm going to say right now, avoid Dinner for Schmucks. It is not worth watching. Hopefully we move forward from this trash and take a look at something that's at least good. In my opinion, this is just an awful movie, guys. So avoid Dinner for Schmucks. I'm telling you guys, it is just awful. So yeah, so that's my review of Dinner for Schmucks. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you do like the content of the channel, like, comment, subscribe, click the bell, ring the bell to get all my video notifications so you don't miss a single video on the channel. I'm also on Letterboxd, guys, so you can check me out there as well. I rate the movies before I go ahead and review them. Stop by the channel. In addition to the Universal reviews, I also have Vlog City, collection updates, tons of other content on the channel. So like I said, just subscribe to the channel and click the bell so you do not miss a single video on the channel. So yeah, that's it, guys. Like I said before, just skip Dinner for Schmucks. It is just painfully bad. So yeah, that's it, guys. And as always, keep watching those Universal movies, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.